Yeah, g'day YouTube and everyone else out there. I hope you're all doing well during this time of fucking insanity. um, so I just wanted to point out, I haven't made any videos lately because simply every time I put it up, they get taken down. Now, it doesn't matter if it's about duality versus consciousness versus the scamdemic versus the agenda of the NWO and the 21, whatever. Does not matter. The videos are removed, so there's no point. Example, now Max Ingram fucking put up a video on his channel a day ago, and it's still there. I mirrored his video to let people know about it, and within the period of overnight, it's gone off my channel, so it kind of tells you something. Hey, the information that I was saying and trying to tell everyone where everything really is could very well be censored to the extreme that I can't even give you as a message anymore that allows the truth to be heard, because even things like the message to Pauline Hanson, that was banned, and all of these things. But if you trick the algorithm using music, then all of a sudden it stays. So it's the bot that's doing it. The fucking the created bot for the COVID-19 disinformation or whatever the fuck they call it, when they are the ones that are the only ones that are spreading the disinformation about COVID-19. Now you have what we said from the beginning. What would happen is now the normal cold is considered to be COVID-19. You have Australia going into phase 2, which everyone said would happen also, and there'll be a phase 3, and it'll continue for years, people, unless people just say, fuck this is all bullshit, and we rip away the veil, because that's what's happening right now. A veil's been created, and if you don't pull away the veil, you're not going to see the truth of what's really going on. Now, you have these clandestine groups that have planned this for fucking so long. This is the big agenda. They're creaming in their pants over what's going on in the world right now, trust me. And they're waiting for the social unrest, which they haven't been given down to the extreme. So they've started to form their own the agitators that they've put inside of these crowds, which we know all about through Black Lives Matter to Antifa to George Soros to all of the funding right through from before, from the past instances, including Freddie Gray, and when they want that race right. Now they're trying to push that didn't work, so now they've gone back to COVID again, and now at the top of that, they're trying to demolish the police. Now, the whole discrediting of the police, now, fuck the police, so that's what I say anyway, but in the long run, we do need a law enforcement, but a law enforcement that's right for the people. And at the moment, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get everyone to say, fuck the police can't do their job, but under the truth of it is the police are getting told what to do by higher up to begin with, and the whole agenda is to move in United Nations troops. It has been right through. It's to be that one world police force for that one world order, and that's the only reason you're seeing right now that all of these defunding the police and everything like that, because they don't want police. Police give you a choice. They read you the Miranda. They tell you that you have rights. The UN peacekeepers or the UN world police will not give you any rights. You are considered guilty, and that's all it is. You are considered guilty until proven innocent. Do you not see this mentality of what the New World Order actually had constructed, of the duality of what it is to be? You are proven innocent until proven guilty. Now, it's you are guilty until you're proven innocent. And COVID-19, the big fascination with the creation of this deception is basically there to allow them to say to anyone that they're guilty and to proven innocent. So they're bringing in that mentality of you're guilty, you are a criminal, you're under lockdown. And you can see it right now with the entire world. If you can't see it, you just got your head stuck in a fucking sand like an ostrich. And I'm sad to say, you won't see it until the gun comes right to your door, bursts through your door, and you'll still be convinced that the government's there to help you, which is because you're fucking lost. And you have to wake up out of that mentality. Now, in Australia, we got the understanding of the true laws, the common law. We got the red ensign and everything like that. That's all coming out. And the government can't do anything about this, and they know that themselves. So we need to have more of the people of the world understand exactly who they really are, where their rights really stand, and that we have been misled and taken on a pathway where we've been told that they are the law enforcement of us all and the controllers and what we can and can't do, when the truth is it's been their creation of that game that they've been designing for us to live right through, using you as the battery to power their system and their manifestation of that consciousness belief into the matrix to allow it to actually become the full real reality of what you believe and think is real, when reality is there is nothing different this year than any other fucking year. And the truth is the media, the politicians, the ones with the agenda, the ones that are gaining always from this are the ones that want to constantly push it. We have the Australian, New South Wales, Queensland, everyone, we have to do this in our times. We don't like to do this, but this is the only way that we can keep you safe. Scratch that, write in, we're fucking you over, we're taking your country, and we don't give a fucking shit about you. We're going to use you as an excuse all the time to take away your liberties until you're sitting in a fucking box that you own nothing, because private property is now illegal, because we had to do that as well, because, hey, if you have private property, you might do something in your own private property that could put the health risk of others at safety. So we need to now demolish all private property, for the simple reason is we need to be everywhere at all times. And you can see what they're doing right now with the towers that they've just taken over in Victoria. There's documentation proving that those towers, that they wanted to put privatised housing in there when it's public housing. So all of a sudden, all of these towers decided, oh, well, we've got COVID-19, even though the test cannot be accurate right down to the T to tell anyone has COVID-19 or the coronavirus or fucking just the common flu, which is the coronavirus. So we've got the deception of them saying that they're getting the same as when we go to war. We've got missiles that can go through windows and precisionally target our enemy right down with no civilian casualties, right? Next minute you see them shooting from a Black Hawk or them taken down from a Predator drone, buildings after buildings after buildings. And then you find out that there was casualties of children, there was casualties of families that were all in that. Now, if they've really got that precision weapon, why would they do that? It's all just deception and fucking lies. And that's what they're doing right now. They're pulling that big deceiving deception right over the top of the world right now, trying to say to you, stay inside because it's your safety. Now, everyone's proven that putting a mask on your face actually limits the amount of oxygen that you get to breathe. And it is unhealthy for you. It actually creates you to become sick. So you have more of a acceptability to gain something like COVID-19, or not even that, just a cold, which they'll say is COVID-19. And after COVID-19 is diagnosed, you're then contact traced and everyone else around you, then they can do whatever they fucking like to you. They can put you in isolation under the Biosecurity Act. They can do whatever they fucking like. And that's what this is all about. It's not about them trying to do anything for you in your life. Trust me, it's all about them right now playing the agenda and pushing you to fight back. And if you don't fight back, you're going to be squashed like a bug. Because if you don't step up and start saying, this is our fucking rights, we're here, this is our world too, yous don't own the fucking earth, yous don't own the sky, yous don't even own land, yous just fucking turned around and say, because of a bloodline and a name that has some form of renownancy to it or whatever, that fucking, it's a king, that's bullshit, mate. They don't own fucking sweet fuck all. The only reason that they have it is because they've convinced you that they own it. They've convinced you this is the way that society is supposed to be. They've convinced you that this is what reality is, when this is a falsehood of a fake reality that you've been brought into as a stock paper and a resource, and now that resource has run out. And they've fucked it. They fucked the whole economy. They knew that they were crashing the fiscal cliff. They said back in that the debt ceiling had been hit, and they didn't know what to do, but they'd deal with it. This is how they're fucking dealing with it. All the governments worldwide are fucking bankrupt. They fucking can't do anything that they wanted to do anymore. They've fucking closed down the economy because they couldn't keep it running. They crashed everything into the fucking ground, and now they're trying their hardest to make sure that they can make every fucking kind of dollar back off you. Look at the ridiculous fucking fines that you get for having a fucking flu. Look what the ridiculous fines that you're getting just for going outside of your house. You know what I mean? And all of these fines do what? Give the government back revenue. Why do they want suddenly these fucking fines so big? It's to scare you, yes, but it's also to get revenue back because they're broke as a fucking joke. And this is the reason why they had to shut down the economy. The COVID had fuck all to do with it. There was not even any COVID. There was a stupid little Chinese scare, which was more of a masquerade and a theatre play for the rest of the world to watch. And then after the rest of the world got it, China's all of a sudden fucking good and they're happy and shit, right? Everything's fine there now, you know. But the rest of the world's still fucking suffering with COVID-19 cases repetitively. You see the ironic fucking gameplay that they're showing right in front of your faces? Not to mention all of those protesters. Only what? 2,300 new cases or whatever. How many fucking protests were there? How many people were out on the street? Now, if this was a virus, people, that was a real pandemic, your eyes would bleed, your nose would bleed, your fucking ears would bleed. You'd fall over on the side of the fucking road, flat on your fucking face, dead. That is a pandemic. That is a true fucking get fucked. We need to be scared of this pandemic. What they're doing right now is they're using a word that they've predictably programmed you with over the past fucking 20-odd fucking years, constantly through different media and fucking social and all kinds of different events and talking and persuasions to make you believe that this is what a pandemic is and what they're going to tell you the fucking truth. They never told you the truth about anything for a very long fucking time, right back from the Kuwait Wars with Saddam Hussein. It's all been a fucking masquerade. And like many people say on YouTube, you want to get rid of the pandemic, then fucking turn your TV off. Look outside. Fucking just turn the TV off, walk around outside. The only time that it's going to get introduced to you is when some cunt comes up to you and fucking says that you've got COVID-19, even though you know you don't. Then now they're saying asymptomatic people don't even spread it. It's very rare for asymptomatic people to actually be able to spread COVID-19. But yet you have all these fucking places being on lockdown. So it makes no fucking sense. So at the end of the run, I just thought I'd chuck it up there and say what's up to everyone, because I've been quiet for a while and I've been going through my own hell, mate, you know. I've got fucking sleep apnea like all fuck since the Mandela effect. Can't breathe, struggle for oxygen. Fucking legs are huge as all fuck all the time, so... But yeah, my body's fucked, mate. The one that I shifted to in this reality is absolutely caned already. Just got here basically to do what I had to do with the manual, get it out there so people could understand the truth of reality, and after that's all I was supposed to fucking do. But this is just part and parcel of the game. Like I teach in the manual, there is going to be that transhumanism error. It doesn't matter if it's going to be through these cunts or anyone in the future, there is going to be that transhumanism error. Because when you understand that you're in the image of the Creator and nothing exists, then you're mortal to start with. So nothing that can ever be done to you inside of a fake simulated construct can ever harm you as spirit. But you have to understand, when you're put inside of the construct is the one that gains the superiority and physical domination over the top of you as spirit, when it should be the opposite way around. Spirit should have domination over the physical. For example, you walk, you're this viable bit of flesh that damages itself left, right and centre wherever you go, and you hurt yourself. But physical maintains intact. The rock remains intact. It cut you. You get it? That is not an image of a creator. That is in a image of imprisonment. Your spirit is imprisoned to not understand just how great and immortal and the truth of all being really is. And this is why when we reverse the understanding of physical, that self-awareness that's always trying to push you to never ever reach spiritual, is always trying to attack. Once we override it and we bring the spiritual to the understanding, you'll understand that your consciousness can shift. Even Elon Musk right now, even though he's a fucking puppet, he is talking about being able to shift someone's consciousness from someone else into someone else. And this is the beginning of the understanding of we're immortal. We can shift. We can inhabit any physical avatar or aspect of the avatar that we ever want to as a spirit. And this is the true understanding of what the future will be. It's just that we have a deception and a blindfold put over us by those with an agenda that don't let us see the truth of what can come. And the truth of what can come can be all for positive, can be for the gain, can be for the advancement and the understanding and all of us getting back to the truth of what spirit is. It's just like I said before. If the government right now was in a different situation and they had taught us all of our life to love them and we really believed that they loved us, then would you have a problem accepting a microchip or vaccination problem? Probably not, because you have that trust there, you have the love there, you have the compassion, you have the understanding. So you wouldn't even believe that they'd be able to go out of their way to deceive you with such a deception of what they're trying to do to us right now. So there'll be a full different understanding with the accordance of the frequency of the mass collective consciousness on how the outturn of the society is to come would actually change either way. And at the moment, we are all under the fuck this is all fear shit, blah, 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 blah. This is all of the mentality of scaredness, fear, the rival, hostility. All of this is pushed towards their agenda. But if you understand that this is all a constructed design by electromagnetic blueprint of consciousness code that's being pushed towards the same agenda that Source always wanted us to reach. It's our training game for our spirit to ascend, to learn, to understand. Everyone out there never ever believes anyone. When you hear someone say to you, blah, 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 most of the time, if you're a conspiracy theorist, you'll put it in there and say, okay, it could be true. But when you learn it yourself and you understand when you're reading those documents written by the CIA or written by the NSA or written by fucking DARPA or whatever, and you're finding out the information of, hey, this really does exist, this is mind-blowing shit, then you're in the knowing. And that's what Source is trying to do to everyone right now. Take you to the knowing. You can see that these cunts are fucking dodgy as fuck. You can see that they're lying. You can see the statistics of what they're saying versus what you see in real life outside of the mainstream media isn't what it is. The Source is trying to tell you, wake the fuck up. Look at what's real, because it's all a deception. Wake up. And then when you get past that, wake up even more. Start to understand it's all a fucking illusion. It's all an experience for you to gain the next understanding of your frequency to get closer to Source. And it's a build-up and a build-up and a build-up to the whole mass quantum collective of our consciousness of this parallel reality starts to wake up as a whole. And then we can go, we don't need these cunts. They can fuck off. We understand already most of the science. We understand the truth of most of what's really going on. It's just that these cunts want to throw us those 2 and 2 to try to make 6, and it will never ever get there because you're not given the right digits and the right information to understand for you even to get to the number that they're wanting you to create. And this is how they keep you stuck in that figure 8 loop all the time as well, and the infinity, or the infinite fucking loop running around when it needs to be broke down the middle and split. So we have true understanding of what physical is versus what spiritual is. But at the moment, we're just seeing a big fucking masquerade. Wouldn't worry about it so much, people. Honestly, it depends how much you give in. This is what it comes down to. If you give in, you've lost. And that's just the same with anything. If you say, well, fucking, they've got guns, I've got nothing, we've lost because we have numbers. And numbers can it sounds crazy, but, you know, when you understand that there's all these NPCs as well, and when you actually do look down to who the NPCs really are, there's numbers that are there for us to play on our side too. And numbers can create all those bullets to be gone. And at the end, when all those bullets are gone, there may be a lot of people gone, but at the end of the day, the last people that survive are the ones that take over and run the future in the name of the future, for humanity, for the truth of what spirit is, and for the true understanding to make humanity better for everything to come in the future, which is not Orwellian, which is not a dictatorship, which is not a tyrannical control through socialized media propaganda to basically MK Ultra the entire world at once with a fabricated propaganda mechanism that gets embedded inside of your own belief system, which is absolutely fucking bullshit. All of that is just construct and understanding. Everything in here runs the same as a computer. You pump the system, it's programs and systems. Why do you think that you have a education system? You get what I'm saying? Why do you think you go to school and learn your programs? You know what I mean? Or your class programs. It's because you're programmed. It's a system. It's all a construct. It's the same fucking design. So when they want to create a virus inside of a simulation, now they're trying to tell you this virus runs like a computer virus. Are you understanding that? In a computer virus, it fucking goes through and it duplicates itself and it overwrites all the code, okay? And that's what they're trying to tell you right now in real life that a virus can do. When a virus cannot affect you unless you create it inside of your own fucking body or it's injected inside of you. That's it. And they're trying to tell you that if you cough on someone else, you're going to give them a fucking virus. Bill Gates and everyone is trying to give you the mentality of trying to train you once again that this world is a simulated computer construct, but it's divine computer created. That's the reason why they're using the same ideology of what they do with platforms and how they virus different Macs and different IBMs and different computers in general. Now they're trying to tell you that's the same way that reality works. Do you not understand that that's the fucking biggest fucking joke out of all of this? Is that they're actually telling you that you live in a fucking simulation right through from what their gender is while they're trying to actually portray to you that that's the truth of what's going on? So, anyways, I hope everyone's doing well. I know a lot of people dropped me some comments last night. Sorry I didn't get around to you. It was a bit late. And then when I got up to answer, all of that shit was gone because, hey, like I said, fucking everything I put up, doesn't matter what it is, it just gets fucking deleted. So the best thing to do is go check library. I uploaded, everything goes to library as well now. So if you missed a video by Max, go check it on library because Max says the truth of what's really going on. And his truth about the government too, mate. They are all fucking brain dead fucking zombies and pushing agenda fucking, they're so under the thumb from the ones above that they think they're gaining power so much when they're just being used like puppets and they're just fucking brain dead cunts that have no fucking idea of what's really going on in this world. So, unfortunately, we have a lot of sheeple that are actually doing the fucking same that need to wake up because if you can't remember sayings that they come for me, but I never spoke up. They come for all the liberal or whatever. I never spoke up because I wasn't liberal. They come for the labourers. I wasn't a labourer, so I never spoke up. But then they come for you, and no one could speak up because every other cunt was already taken. And there was no one left to speak up for you, and you never spoke up for anyone else. That's what they want to do. I watched on the fucking news this morning where it says, basically, splitting us apart brings us together, which is a load of fucking shit. Splitting us apart is a part of divide and conquer strategy to try to manipulate the whole of society to be fucking full-on fucking run by the government and have just fucking everything controlled by the fucking government. So, you got to understand that they use so much Orwellian backchat and double talk that it's right in your face. All you got to do is look at what they want and what they're saying and then just reverse it, because most of the time they tell you the fucking lies of what they're saying. So whatever they say, use the reverse of what you fucking hear. When they turn around and they say that we will help you for your health, what they're doing is saying we're helping us to fuck you over by using your health so we can take your liberty. Because, hey, if we say your health, your health, your health, health is important in this world. You know, we've been taught right through from the beginning of the green scene and everything like this that, hey, we have to be healthier. Isn't that the reason why the government started to tell us what we can and can't fucking eat? You know what I'm saying? Well, it has to have labels on those packets because it's all about being healthy. You see, that was all pushed now, and now all this health now as well. They can keep using your health to help you to take away your liberties right to the end of your fucking days. It's just when you stand up and go, you're not helping my fucking health. You're making me fucking sicker. Everything that you say is a fucking lie. And the whole lot of you should be fucking shot right between the fucking eyes, mate. Point blank with a fucking shotgun. You know? And that's the truth of what needs to go on inside. We need to have the whole world just step up and just say, fuck this. We've had enough. This is all fucking bullshit. We don't need to live like this. We all struggle enough because of these fuckheads have made us so financially struggle in life, because it's all their game, remember, that they created for you to always have those obstacles and everything that pop up and always keep you distracted from finding spirit. And as soon as we fuck them off, everyone can find spirit again, find the truth of why we're really here, what we really are, and how divine we really are. And when we get out, we can say to these fuckers on the outside, Well, that was a really interesting fucking game, because they are all the same as us too. That's what people have to understand too. We are all one collective consciousness that are manifesting that God consciousness from combined telepathic spirit. And our spirit is a single identity with its own experience that works as that collective on that electromagnetic chessboard that we manifest this reality from. So, but anyways, peace, love, and respect, and I'll speak to you soon. And yeah, don't let your brain wander. People out there that haven't grabbed my book, honestly, seriously say, right now, fucking grab the hardback, because it's only a little bit more, and it's fucking massive, and shows you so well diagrams and everything of what's going on. And even the paperback, you want to know the truth of what's going on, read that manual, because that manual was given to me from the source itself for us to all understand why the fuck shit like this goes on right now. And after you read it, you won't be scared no more, because we are immortal, created in the most divine identities and creation, and we're just the most magnificent thing that could ever be designed in all of quantum significance. And that's what we are, and we're being told with this minute fucking ant that landed on a rock, and basically, because there was heat too close to us, we managed to grow. Fuck that. That is so much a deception as well. So, anyways, like I said, peace, love, respect, everyone, and I'll get back to you soon. Alright, namaste. Yeah, g'day YouTube and everyone else out there. I hope you're all doing well during this time of fucking insanity. So I just wanted to point out, I haven't made any videos lately because simply every time I put it up, they get taken down. Now, it doesn't matter if it's about duality versus consciousness versus the scamdemic versus the agenda of the NWO and the 21, whatever. Does not matter. The videos are removed, so there's no point. Example, now, Max Ingram fucking put up a video on his channel a day ago, and it's still there. I mirrored his video to let people know about it, and within the period of overnight, it's gone off my channel, so it kind of tells you something, hey, the information that I was saying and trying to tell everyone where everything really is.